Stakeholders are all individuals or group of individuals, interests or groups of interests that are somehow affected by your project. By somehow, we mean that sometimes stakeholders are positively affected by the projects and sometimes they are negatively affected by the project. The stakeholders that are negatively affected by the project are the ones that typically are taking advantage of the problem and need that we intend to solve. Those stakeholders, we call them the negative stakeholders. The positive stakeholders are the ones that will benefit from the solution that the project will bring. Positive stakeholders can be divided into two categories: direct beneficiaries and indirect beneficiaries. Direct beneficiaries are the stakeholders that will actively use and benefit from the use of the outputs that your project will deliver. Indirect beneficiaries are the ones that don't make a direct use of the outputs but will still benefit from the project. For instance, when we build a school, the direct beneficiaries are the students, are the children. Indirect beneficiaries are the families. The stakeholders that use the outputs and directly benefit from them, the direct beneficiaries, we call them the target group. And understanding the behavioral patterns of the target group is absolutely critical for the success of a project. So for the target group, we go a step further on the analysis of their behavioral patterns. We assess their perception towards the outputs. Perception can be positive or negative. We assess opportunity, which is extremely important when we look to a project from the human rights approach lens. Opportunity is about access. Do the different groups have access to the outputs of the project in the same conditions? So, opportunity is about access to the outputs. Then the ability to use the outputs. Does the target group has the ability, the skills, the knowledge to use the outputs that we intend to deliver? And finally, motivation. Motivation is about culture and beliefs. How though the culture and beliefs of the target group will affect the use of the outputs. Understanding these behavioral patterns is absolutely critical to define the willingness to use the outputs by the target group. And this willingness is critical to make the connection between output and outcome. Understanding stakeholders is a critical step for the success of a project.